Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy. If anybody is new and joining me here for the first time, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My slogan is believable brown beauty. That's the type of makeup I do on this channel, and yes, at times I do use makeup in slightly unconventional ways. I also do live get ready with me's at 9:30 on Sunday mornings. I throw myself off because I didn't say GMT. At 9:30 GMT on Sunday mornings. I'll leave my Instagram handle for you here. Please come and hang out. I think it's way more fun than YouTube because like I can talk to you guys. So yeah, come and do that. And yeah, let's get into this week's makeup. I have new hair and I have a scalp once again because the video that you saw last week was recorded on the same day. So you haven't seen me with my new hair, and I'm so happy. I've got a new colour and it's been retwisted and I look like a human being again. So I'm very, very happy about that. But I digress. So today's makeup is a recreation of Issa Rae's makeup for the cover of Essence Mag. She looks like a golden goddess. And I love her makeup. Her makeup artist is a lady called Joanna Simkin, and she does Issa in the most beautiful way. And I felt like it would be out of line for me not to do a recreation, especially as I've done her before for the Black Panther premiere makeup that she did. So today I'm going to do that with you guys. I'll show you a picture of the makeup so you know what I am aiming for. Right, this is she. Look at that face. Let me just zoom in on the face. Forget the body. The body is banging, but let's forget the body because I can't fake that with makeup. Look at her face. She looks so pretty. She looks like a little doll. Focus on mama. Okay, so that's the makeup I'm doing today. First we're going to start with skin. I've mixed together my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk and not Illuminous, just Luminous Silk, and my Cover FX Power Play foundation in G110, and I wear color 10 in the Luminous Silk from Armani. So the reason why I've mixed these two together, in the picture, to me, Miss Issa Rae looks really, really golden, and I figured that these two foundations are my favorites in terms of their tone. Well, actually the Cover FX one is. I like the sheen of the Luminous Silk, but I like the color of the Cover FX foundation the most. So I decided to mix them together and get the best of both worlds. And I'm just polishing this into my face quite a lot, just to amplify the sheen of the foundation. Chestnut number 9 Bobbi Brown Skin foundation stick, just around the mouth because I am darker here, and jawline as well. I'm going to buff this in with the same brush, and that's kind of a good trick because then you're working the two foundations into each other. And then I'm taking a little bit of the mixed foundation just on my chin. And then today I am going to do forehead makeup. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of this colour just in the centre and above the tops of my brows. And really I'm just doing this because I want the sheen look all over. And then I'm taking my Chestnut number 9. It's a much redder foundation, and for my forehead colour it's like the perfect shade because my forehead is a lot more red than the rest of my face. Just really work that in. I like using cream products, especially for like these glowy looks, because you can kind of skip having to use highlighter if you just don't powder those areas that you want to stay shiny. Okay, today I'm going to try something new. I don't know how this is going to work, but I think the red in this foundation, into a small mirror, the red in this foundation should just lift that darkness a little bit before I go in with my concealer. So I'm going to do that and then take this Zoeva concealer buffer brush and just blend that in first. So just over the dips in my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with my NARS Almond. And I do like to just really apply my concealer primarily on the sunken place on my eyes, because here's quite bright anyway naturally. She wasn't overly highlighted in this makeup, so I don't want to carry it the whole way along. I just like to put a tiny bit on the corner of my eye because I have a little bit of darkness there. I think it's really important when you're doing your makeup that you really assess your face and have a clear goal of what you're trying to achieve. So thanks to this visual, it's very clear, because we all know what I'm like. Usually I don't know what I'm doing. I just have a feeling of like where I want to take the makeup. But this is really going to create that natural looking base that's flawless but not heavy, and that is actually achievable. Flawless but not heavy is kind of what I do. That's my zone. And you can see when I turn my face, the light is just catching my skin and all the high points with no highlighter. I might put a tiny bit of concealer on my chin because her mouth area looks quite bright. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of concealer here and here, and just here as well. Back to my foundation brush and just buff this in. Next, I'm moving on to brows. And Issa's brows in this picture are structured but soft, which is basically, I like how Joanna does makeup because it's how I like to do makeup as well. But that being said, yeah, you can see it on the camera, I do have discoloration around my brows. So today I'm going to do something that I don't usually do. I'm going to use a heavier concealer to create a more blank canvas underneath my brow than I would normally do with just my NARS concealer. So, I'm using this. This is the Concealing Corrects palette from MAC in the colour Dark. And so first I'm going to brush up my brows and make sure that they're in the right position. And then I think I've mixed NC50, NC15 and W45. This is the same as those Studio Finish concealers that come in the round pots if you want to buy it separately. But this palette is this is a really good palette, really good staple product to have if you're kind of into makeup. It has so many different colours in it and it's so useful that you don't really have to have many others. And then I'm taking this brow highlighting brush from Real Techniques and just blending that all in. Then what I like to do is just use my ring finger and literally just pat on top, and I feel like it stops it looking too hard. It's crisp but not like sharp, you know. I'm taking my brow pencil. This is the Precisely My Brow in number 5, and I'm just giving my brows a tiny bit more structure. Okay, so I'm just looking at myself in the monitor, and this foundation has made my face extremely flat, like extremely flat. And you know, I don't have the face of Naomi Campbell, but I do have cheekbones, and this looks like now I don't have any cheekbones. So I'm taking my Skin Foundation in 10.25 and I'm just gonna reinforce my cheeks because I feel a little bit lost about them. That's better. And I might as well do the jawline, seeing as I'm already here. Because, you know, age. I'm in a funny mood today. I feel very relaxed today, which is nice. So yeah, just make that pop out a little bit more. And I kind of like my forehead today with no contour on it. I think the warmer foundation was enough. I'm taking this Real Techniques 203 brush, and in true Stacy style, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Unlocked Stunna Lip Paint as the base for my shadow. I haven't done this before. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm thinking it will, but we'll see what happens. So I'm literally gonna take one dot of this because it is so pigmented, and then just start to blend. Okay. And it seems like 2 dots is what I need. Look at the difference when it's just on its own and once it's been blended in. It's much more muted when it's been blended in. This is just a clean brush, just to really work the edge. Let's just check the symmetry here. I have to make sure I blend this really well. Number one, because it drives me mad when I don't, and number two, because I will probably have pink eyelids tomorrow from doing this look. So at least if they're pink, let them match, you know? Okay, so now we are going to use Fleur Power in the socket because the pink shadow in this look is blended up quite high. So let's go in. I'm going to go into my blush palette, and the colour I'm using is Azalea. It's a pro eyeshadow. It's a pro blusher from MAC. I don't know if they still make it because I've had it for a very long time. It's a really, really hot pink, and I'm just going to use that over the top. I'd say it's got a satin finish. It's not really like frosted, but it's definitely not a matte shadow either. And I'm just blending that up into the Fleur Power that I already laid down. Oh yeah, that is so nice, so nice. Okay, so then what do I need to do? I need to do blush. Let me do my lip first and get my lips on, and then we can move into blush. So I'm taking this lip and cheek stain from the Body Shop. So I'm taking this lip and cheek stain from the Body Shop in the colour Dark Cherry, and I'm going to use this as the basis for my lips. In the picture it's definitely a stain, so I'm going to layer up a few products and then take them off to achieve the same look. Okay, and then I think I'm going to use this for my blush as well. So I've just taken some of the products on the back of my hand, and I'm going to mix a tiny bit, teeny tiny bit of my Unlocked Fenty Beauty lip product in with it as well, because this is really sheer. Oh, is this the right brush? Yeah, I think it needs this. So I'm going to just work them together. Because it's kind of connected to the eye. Yeah, that's pretty. Perfect. Right, let's do the same on the other side. So the lip and cheek stain from the Body Shop, and then teeny bit of this Unlocked from Fenty Beauty. A stippling brush like this is really good. It's not going to deposit too much product at once, so you can kind of control it a bit more. So I'm starting quite high on the cheekbone and then carrying it down to the cheek. Now this side to me is a bit strong, and this is the reason why I didn't use my foundation brush, because I'm going to use this now just to soften, just to soften. I think it's soften. What's wrong with my brain today? Soften? No, soften. I'm going to use it to soften, to tone down the brightness of my blush here. I have got like a complete memory blank. Is it soften or soften? I think it's soften, right? Anyway, I digress. So that's the cheek. Now for the lip. Mixy, 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 mixy. I'm mixing my Unlocked again with Oh Lady from MAC. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buff it on rather than putting on and taking it off, because that will mess up all the foundation stuff around here. I'm just going to use like a little buffing brush or something and put this on. So yeah, I'm going to use the same brush that I use in my shadow. If your lips are smaller than mine and you need more precision, this isn't going to be the best thing for you, but I got a lot of space, so I can do this quite comfortably. Maybe just use a smaller brush. So the lip in the visual is really quite soft. It's balmy, so I'll put a lip balm on top of this afterwards. Okay, so now there is a liner, or it looks to me like there's a liner in this makeup as well, but it's not. It's a bit tricky to see, to be honest, from the angle, whether or not it's a winged liner. So let me just double check again and see if I can make any more headway on this. No, I don't think it is. I think it's literally just to hide the band of the lash. So I'm taking my Maybelline Lasting Gel Drama Liner in black. And this is a Real Techniques liner brush. And I'm literally just going to do a really thin black line at the lash line. If you have curly lashes like me, I find using a straight brush much easier for liner than an angled one, unless the angled one is really, really tiny, like the one that I have from Zoeva. Oh, here comes the drilling. And I literally just tuck it behind my lashes because they're so curly. And that's the way that I can get this really thin, precise line. There, so you can see it doesn't really make it a liner look, but it does add some crispness to the lash line. Now in the image, to me, it looks like she's got false lashes on, but we know that I don't do false lashes. So I'm just gonna put lots of mascara on. I'm taking my NARS Climax mascara and I'm gonna use this as my first one. Then I'm going to go over with my In Extreme 3D Black Lash, In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara. And really load up my lashes. In the picture, she doesn't have any lower lash mascara on, which is also something I like to do, so I will not be putting any on today. And I really like all the natural highlights. I haven't put any highlighter on today, but because of the type of foundation that I've used and I haven't set anything yet, I think it looks really nice. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to take a tiny bit of this concealer, NC45 Pro Conceal and Correct palette, and I'm literally just going to go right underneath my eyes because I don't have Photoshop. So I'm going to use this to try and make my eyes look as bright as possible underneath here. And I'm just using this little concealer brush and stippling and buffing it in here. That's better. So finally we are going to set. I love how this turned out. Oh no, we're not. I'm going to put some lip balms on my lip balm on my lips. I'm using Homeoplasmine because it's a matte lip balm and her lips don't look particularly glossy in this picture, so I'm going to take a tiny bit just to give it more of a balmy effect. I sound like my mum. Right? That is basically my mum in a sound. Right, let's set everything. So I'm going to go with my Cover FX Power Play Cover FX Matte Setting Powder in Deep. I think I'm going to leave quite a lot of these bloopers in so you guys can see how much work it is for me to get a video out with no error. I'm taking the same brush that I used before. This is the old 225 brush from MAC, but it's just like a bigger blending brush because I don't want to powder everywhere. because it's quite a glossy look. She's supposed to look hot. She does look hot, but you know, she's in a warm place. And your skin, for all intentions, is very rarely completely matte. So I'm just taking it away in the places where it's unattractive, on the top lip and under the eye. And I'm gonna leave it like this. I know that my forehead is still beaming, but that's fine. I think this is how the makeup looks. Oh, more mascara. That's it. Just more mascara. So I'm just concentrating the more mascara on the corner, yeah, of my eye. And making my lashes a bit heavier and fuller here. And that will make them look more winged out. So there you have it, guys. This is my recreation of Issa Rae's Essence Mag cover. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you some tips and stuff that was kind of interesting. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when my videos go up. Like and comment. Let me know if you'd like to see me do any more videos like this, and you can always DM me pictures on my Instagram. So I know what like your references are, because I kind of like recreating these looks for you. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.